Hello everyone and welcome to the fourth episode of Zoobacast. It's very good to be back, and don't you agree, Ferry?
100%, Marco. It's very good to be back. Hello, Marco. Hello, Zoobasters. So before we move on with this episode, I would like to give some explanation to our Zoobasters of why we didn't release an episode in October. The short answer is that we've been really busy. There were so many things going on in the last month that it was hard to sit down and record the episode. For instance, we had the 1-year anniversary, we had the giveaway to celebrate the occasion, we have the new community and video news tab inside the game, and all the preparation for the Zooba Win update. But the good news is we're not even close to being done. There's still a lot of great stuff planned for this year. You even talk about one of them in this episode.
Oh, and the future of Zooba is looking very bright. We've been listening and reading all of your comments, and we understand when sometimes we don't reply to a specific comment or a specific question, but let me tell you that we are working very hard to deliver the best Zooba experience possible to your mobile phone. Improvements are coming to the zoo, but we are not ready to talk about those yet. Stay tuned. In the coming months, we're gonna share some very exciting stuff, and I can't wait for it. But I think in this episode we're gonna even share something very, very cool that is coming in the near future. And I think it's something about the characters. So stay tuned until the end because you really want to hear about it. So for today's agenda, we're gonna have a special guest as usual. She's an art director. Ferry will introduce her to all of you. We'll talk a little bit more about the story of Zooba, about the development. We've seen that you really, really like this topic, so we figured that it was a good idea to spend some more on this topic. We'll share some of our best Zooba memories with all of you, and in the end, like I mentioned before, we're gonna look in the future of Zooba, and specifically about new ways for you to unlock new characters. And that's pretty much it for today's agenda. Now, Ferry, will you do the honors?
Yes, with great pleasure that I'd like to welcome Julia Box, Zooba's art director, to our Zoobacast. Hello and welcome, Julia. Nice to have you here.
Hello, everyone. Hi, I'm very glad to be here.
So in the last episode, Julia, we showed some of the early concept of Zooba, right? And people were very, very interested in this. Can you tell us more about the history of the project itself? How did it start and how did it evolve over time?
So, the story of Zooba. A long time ago, me and some other friends from wildlife, we were playing lots of MOBA on our phones, and we wanted to bring the excitement of a battle royale game. It was Fortnite was really, really strong at the time, and also PUBG. So we wanted to bring that excitement to the mobile space, and also bring the charisma and the uniqueness of characters that you have in a mobile. Right? Each character has a special skill, they have special personalities and everything. So we wanted to join those two things together. And we wanted to use the controls that we were seeing other games, especially in Asia, using already. And we thought it was a very smart way to control the characters. And we wanted to try to make a game combining all those things. And so we used an internal game jam that we have in the company every few months. And we wanted to create a prototype. So in 4 days, only 4 days, was very tiring, very full 4 days. We created a prototype. And that prototype was played around the company. And the leadership of the company liked the game. So we had some internal championships, like people were playing against each other inside the company, and everyone really, really liked it. And so the game soon after that became an official project of the company. So the company decided that they wanted to invest in this game and make it a reality for all players. So the team grew, and a year later we released the game officially. So it was a very busy year for us on the team, and it was amazing. I think you guys have already met the previous art director. I'm the current art director. The previous art director was Orny, and he was the one that was with me during this time to help create all the characters and the lore, the assets, the arena, and everything else.
Yeah, we already introduced Forney. He was our special guest before. And that's pretty cool to hear, to think that Zooba has been created in just 4 days, the initial concept, and then everyone in the company got so addicted that it became a final product.
Yeah.
Really, really cool story.
Was
You mentioned
insane.
the lore. You mentioned the lore, right?
Yeah.
So can you tell me a little bit more about the story? Because I know the game has a story, but I'm sure out there they don't know why the animals are fighting, what's going on in the zoo. So can you tell us more about it?
So our zoo is more of a safari park than an actual traditional zoo, right? You don't see any cages around. The animals are not locked inside small spaces. They are living like they would be living in a park more than a zoo. So they are there. They have different relationships with each other, and each animal has their own reasons to fight. So, for example, we have Nix, the fox. She's a competitive troublemaker, and she just wants to show everyone else how fast and nimble she is. She just wants to prove herself to the other animals. We have Finn the shark, for example. He's just running around. He's a bit crazy. He's doing what everyone is doing. He's just copying them and having a great time, right? He doesn't understand the fight very well. We have Lizzie, for example, which is not a very aggressive character. She's very nice. She's very cute. And she likes everyone in the zoo so much that she wants to be playing with everyone else, right? She wants to be among everyone else while they're playing, right? So she wants to play as well. I don't think she even understands that when other people step on her eggs, it hurts a lot. She doesn't understand that, right? Poor thing. So you have Steve the eagle. He's a grumpy old fella. He thinks that if he proves that he's stronger than everyone else, they will finally be quiet and he can take a nap. So yeah, we really hope that in the future we'll be able to bring more stories of each character and also the background of the zoo to the players and the whole community. We really want to do that using other media like comics and stories and short videos. And we are planning that for the next year. Yeah, I think you guys will be really happy to see what we have in store for you.
That's amazing, Julia. It's so nice to hear more about the lore of the game and each character, because that's something our players love. And I can't wait for us to release more content on that. And since you've been part of the Zooba team since its beginning, what would you say was your favorite moment so far?
So special moments with the team. My most special moments that I treasure more are always tied to seeing other people play the game and enjoy the game. I have to say then that the first internal championship that we had playing Zooba was the first moment where I really saw other people play, and it was like almost all the people in the company were playing the championship. It was a weekend. It was really fun. Some people played like almost the whole weekend. There was a couple, one employee and her husband, they were like taking turns playing the game. So they played like pretty much the whole 48 hours of the weekend. It was crazy. They liked the game so much. They were taking turns playing to climb the ranks in the championship. And we have lots of amazing feedback that helped us develop the game. People were suggesting new animals and new powers that we could use. So it was a really fun time. And then after that, when we were already working on the game and we released a very small beta version in a couple of countries, including Brazil, I saw the first YouTube video. So this was amazing, like typing Zooba on YouTube and finding a video there that someone had made. It was really small YouTuber. And it was crazy. And after that, every day we would just get to work, we would sit down and we would YouTube search Zooba. And pretty much every day we had a new video, which was amazing for us because it was just a beta version. We weren't doing any special marketing or anything. It was just the game was there and people were playing it and liking it so much they wanted to share with the world through YouTube. So we were very happy, and that gave us energy to work on the features and work really hard to release the game very early and have everyone in the world playing Zooba.
And that's amazing that you mentioned the early stages of the game when there was this initial beta version that was released and people were making videos on it. And it's funny because some of our players have found these older videos or older footage of the game in the earlier stages, and it's so different, and it's nice to see the progression that the game has made so far and what it was and what it became. And I think that's amazing.
Yeah, I really like seeing that progression too.
And it's crazy how it grew over time. Like being the one that is actually handling many of the communication with our content creators right now, I'm completely blown away by the fact that Zooba has literally millions of views on YouTube pretty much every month. And really for that, thank you to our community, because for us it really makes our day when we see a video, when we see fan art, when we see any new ways that you guys use to express your passion for the game. It really makes our day. We say this in every podcast, and we probably will keep saying this, because for me, really, some days where I'm down, I'm just open our Facebook group or YouTube, and you guys put a smile on my face, and I think it's the same for you as well, Julia, right?
Yeah, I love seeing the memes that people use in our community. It's so fun, even when they are complaining about something in the game. I laugh so much, it's amazing. And also people that make these special cakes for their children's birthdays. This is so cool. I love seeing that children can play our game and can have fun with our game. I have a niece, she's 7, and she also loves Zooba. She loves playing the game. So it's really nice to see a game that it can be played by parents and by children. This is awesome. Yeah, I'm very happy.
Yeah, pretty much Zooba brings people together, and that's super exciting when I see even Zooba becoming a real thing in real life. It gets me super excited. So now for the last topic of the podcast, I want to say again that what I said at the beginning, that trust me, everyone, we are listening to your feedback, and we're working hard to make the zoo a better place for everyone. That being said, some stuff is easier to implement than other stuff. But what we're working right now, like I mentioned before, is a new way to unlock your favorite characters that you may not have. So many of you have been asking for it, and we are committed to make it happen. So Julia, can you explain me how we will unlock the characters in the future? What's the plan right now? I know it involves some kind of animal treats.
Yeah, so we know for a while that getting new characters is one of the biggest complaints we have from the Zooba community, right? So maybe you have a friend, he got very, very lucky, he already has 7 characters and you have only 5, but you've been playing for the same amount of time. Or maybe you've been playing a lot and you have a few characters, but you didn't get that one that you really, really love, that you wanted to play, that you saw your favorite YouTuber play, and you didn't get that character. So we are revamping the way in which players will unlock the characters. And the goal here is to give the players more control over what are the characters that they really want, and give them the tools to get to their goal more quickly. So this will involve a new currency, as you said, the animal treats. I'm not gonna detail it very much because I want the whole thing to be some of a surprise. But the player will know how close they're getting to each character, right? So you won't be in the dark about when you get a new character. And we are also working on new features for our free-to-play players. For example, having a character being unlockable by watching ads, right? So we want to help our free-to-play players have more control over the characters they have, because we already know that our big spenders, they can have whatever character they want, but we want everyone to be able to have that kind of control and to be happier playing and to have more fun. And we really hope that this revamp will make collecting our little furry friends much more pleasant for everyone.
Wow, that's amazing, Julia. I think that's pretty awesome that all the changes that we are making to the character acquisition system. This is something that players have been asking for a while, how hard it is for them to unlock a new character or to get the character they want, more specifically. And I think this system is going to let them have a better control of the character they want, and most of all, understand the progression of how long it takes for them to get there. So instead of you just waiting for a crate to open and just like hoping that your character is going to be there, you know how long it's going to take you to get the character you want, and you're going to have so many different ways to get that. So it's not just going to be crates. You're going to find your animal treats on the trophy road. You're going to find them on the battle pass. You're going to find them on the daily deals. So it's going to be everywhere. So it's going to be much, much better for you to get the character you want and get there.
Yeah, you said it right, Ferry, and I think it's awesome because then if I'm missing that specific character, I know how long it's gonna take me to unlock it, and I can play my way through that unlock. And I know, for example, that I'm this close to get, I don't know, Lizzie or some other character, and I can just play a little bit more and unlock it somehow. So it's super exciting, and especially I think the daily deals in the store, those will be super helpful. Anyways, I want to tell all of our Zoobsters that are listening that what we said right now are initial concepts. We do not have a release date right now for this update, but we are working hard to make it available to all of you. But we really care to tell you that we are actually doing something, and we wanted to also hear your feedback, so please make sure to leave comments about what you think, even what you think the best approach will be, or your best, I don't know, idea for these, or something you really wish we were doing, because that now is the right moment to let us know what you think, pretty much. Yeah, that's it. Ferry, anything to add?
Yes, just one final thought here is that even though we're working on this and we don't have the release date yet, but we're doing our best to have it ready for you as soon as possible. It doesn't mean that we are not working on anything else. We're still working on all the issues you're still reporting to us, bugs. We're still working on new characters and all of that. Just because we're releasing something or focusing on something doesn't mean that other things are just like being put on hold or anything else, something like that. I think that's important to mention. Sometimes I might get the feeling that we're just doing one thing at a time, which is not true.
Let me mention it, the matchmaking, we know what's going on and we are committed to make it better for everyone. Unfortunately, this is not the right time to share more details, but again, please understand that we know and we will share more details in the near future.
Exactly. Well, time flies when you're having fun, and unfortunately, it's time for us to wrap up this episode. So first, I want to give a special thank you to Julia for being here today. I'm sure our Zoobsters have enjoyed all of your stories about the early stage of Zooba and how it was made as much as we did.
Thank you, guys. I hope everyone is still staying tuned for our next updates. We have a lot of stuff planned still for this year and new surprises and everything. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. So, and thank you everyone as well. Thank you, Zoobsters. It was really, and thank you, Marco, for inviting me again and being here. It was amazing. Oh, I missed this, and I'll see you everyone in the next episode.
Ferry, don't worry. You know, it wouldn't be the same without you. So you have to stick with me for this podcast. I will keep inviting you. Anyways, I can't believe this is already over. Like you said, time flies when you're having fun. And thank everyone for being here with us and listening to this podcast until the end. I hope you enjoyed it as much as we did recording it. And if you liked the video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe for new Zooba content. We are committed to bring more content to these channels. As you can see, the Zooba animation are a very, very good addition, and I'm having so much fun making sure we can deliver some exciting new content for all of you. And Make sure to also let us know what you think about everything you heard in this podcast in the comments, because we are gonna read them. And that's it. We have a very exciting future ahead, and I can't wait to tell you more about it. But until then, I'll see you in the zoo.